Hi everyone, my name is Brad Frangioni, and I'm going to teach you how to play the song Wonderwall by Oasis. This song is definitely a little bit more advanced than beginner. The chords are very beginner, however the strumming pattern is a little bit tougher for those of you that know the song. So if you're just learning guitar, this probably isn't the video for you, but if you have some experience, then this would be a great song for you to learn. This song is played with a capo on the 2nd fret, so if you have a capo, get it out, put it on there, because you're going to need it. So let's go over the chords to the song. Here, let me scoot up here, so you can see my hand a little bit more. So I'm just going to go over all the chords, just in case anyone for some reason doesn't know any of these. First chord is going to be an E minor 7, which is just your E minor, but with the high B and E strings on the 3rd fret. You have a G. That's very easy. You can play this with your pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the A. I tend to just play it with my index and then mute the A with my middle finger. Either way works. Whatever's more comfortable for you. There is a D sus4, which is the same as a D. This is a D, but all we're going to do is kind of add that pinky. So it's actually going to be mute the E string and then A, D, and then 2, 3, 3. For those of you that don't know what a D sus4 is, it looks like that. Then we're going to play an A7 sus4. And what you're going to do to get to that position, you're going to move this finger right here, your index finger, and you're going to, or your pointer finger, sorry. You're going to move it down to this fret, and then you're going to put your middle finger on the fret that your other one was just on. That's an A7 sus4. You don't want to play that E. You just want to play the A down. And this chord is very similar to an E minor, except imagine an E minor 7. Just take these 2 fingers and move them up 1 string. And there's your A7 sus4. Easy enough. Then there's also a C add 9, which is the same exact thing as a G, but again, take these 2 fingers, exact same thing as a G, and just shift it up 1 string. There's your C add 9. And the only other chord I think you do need a regular D, just a traditional D. 3, 2, 3, or 2, 3, 2, sorry. 2, 3, 2 on the highest 3 strings. And then the last chord you're going to need is a G with an F sharp bottom. So if you play a G like this, like how I play it, which is muting the A, all you're going to do is instead of playing this G, you're going to play it with an F sharp bottom. So you're going to hold the 2nd fret of that E string. So it's going to be F sharp, mute, and then the rest would be the same as a G chord. This chord comes up very quickly. It's not a prominent chord. You're not going to be playing on it a lot, but it does come up in the song. So, anyways, now I'm going to walk through each part of the song. I'm going to go over the verse/intro. They're both the same thing. I'm going to go over the pre-chorus, and then I'm going to go over the chorus, and that's pretty much all you need to know. So, the intro/verse will contain the chords E minor, G, your D sus4, and your A7 sus4. So, and it's going to go in that order. It's going to be E minor, then G, D7 sus4, A7 sus4. And it's going to go exactly in that order. Easy enough? Yes. The strumming pattern is where this song separates itself from just advanced of beginner. A lot of upward strumming. I know when I started learning guitar, it was very hard for upward strumming. I couldn't get it at first. So if you can't strum upwards very well, again, this probably isn't a good song for you because you're going to have to strum up a lot. So here's what the strumming pattern is. I'll just hold a G so I can demonstrate the strumming pattern. But it's going to be 1, 2, and a 3 and 4, and a 1 and 2, and a 3 and 4, and a So let me do that one more time. 1, 2, and a 3 E and 4, and a 1 E and 2, and a 3 E and 4, and done. And then what you're going to find is you're going to switch notes on the E of the 1, 2, and a 3 E and 4, and a 1 E and 2, and a 3 E and 4. And that's kind of going to when you're going to switch your chords. So the intro full speed is going to sound like this, and I'll kind of like break it down and show you how it works. So it's going to go from E minor to G, to D sus4, to A7 sus4. All right, here we go. This is the intro full speed. And this is also the verse. You can go into the today was gonna be the day that they're gonna go back to you. By now you should have sung now, and so on. And I'm gonna stop there. But so as you can tell, if you know the song, so it's 1, 2, and a 3 E and 4, and a 3 E and 4, and a 3 E and 4, and down. So it kind of changes on that upstroke. It sounds really good when you get it down. So that's the verse and the intro. Both verses. Very, very simple. The only difference is for the second verse, if you know the song, you only play through the pattern. You play the pattern a less amount of times. However, it's the same pattern. You just don't play it as many times. Anyways, I'm going to move into the pre-chorus. So the pre-chorus, chords you're going to need are C add 9, which is that G, but just shifted up. C add 9, a regular G chord, an E minor 7, the G with the F sharp bottom, and then the A7 sus4. It's going to kind of go in that order. So if you know the song, same strumming pattern again. So it's going to start with the C add 9, then go to the D, the regular D, then go to the E minor, then back to the C add 9, and it's going to go through that pattern kind of 3 times, 2.5 times I would say. Then it's going back to the C add 9, the third time around you're going to hit the D, and then this is the part that's probably the trickiest, but it's not, it sounds really cool, but it's not as tricky as it sounds. So really quickly, you're going to transition through these chords very quick. I'll show you what I mean when I go full speed. But what you're going to do, so you're going to go from this G, that was my hockey stick, you're going to go from this G to the G with the F sharp bottom, to the E minor, back to the G, and then to the A7 sus4. And that's going to lead you into the actual chorus. So that little G to the F sharp to the E minor to the G, here's how that part's going to go full speed, and then I'll kind of show you where it is in the pre-chorus. It's going to sound like this. So 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. It kind of all happens very suddenly. But it's not very hard in terms of transitioning because these 2 fingers stay there the entire time during that part. You're really only moving these 2, and you're not moving them great distances, so it's really not that difficult. So the entire pre-chorus, including the G, the D, and the E minor, I'm not going to go over the strumming pattern again. I mean, it's not that easy. If you need to look over it again, you can rewind the video. So we're going to start with this C. I'm going to show you the pre-chorus, and I may or may not sing. I don't know. So that's second time through. Here's third time through. So C, D, here we go. Hit that A7 sus4, and then chorus. easy enough. So the chorus, I ended up just playing it anyways, but I'm sure you can figure it out if you have some type of guitar knowledge or theory or whatever. Very easy. You play C add 9, same strumming pattern. C add 9, then an E minor, then a G, then an E minor. G, E minor 7, G, E minor 7. And you're just going to alternate between those chords with the same strumming pattern. It's really not very difficult, but it's pretty much it for Wonderwall. The only other thing I want to add is that after the first time you play the chorus, what happens is, or what I like to do when I play it, is I like to go from, so you play this, and you hit that E minor, and then what happens is there's a real big pause in the song, and it kind of works it back in with an E minor riff, whatever. So what I do, I use my middle finger to kind of do like a da 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 da, except I'm strumming all the strings on the E minor, going up and down. So I'm going da 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 da, and then going back into the verse. But while, kind of see what I did there? So da 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 da, and that can do a nice lead in. So it can sound like this. I mean, you can. It's up to your discretion. It's whatever you want to do. But what I do, so I go like this. Hold on. Leave for a pause a little bit, and then it goes back into the verse. And that's pretty much it. It's just a matter of getting the hang of it, knowing the song, but it's really not that complicated. But that's how you play Wonderwall by Oasis. I hope this tutorial helped, and I wish you all luck.